Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we have some pretty awesome news in the Hearthstone world where we've had a lot of talks about people being laid off from Microsoft, and we had the ridiculous hat situation with Bring Back Hat, which by the way, he's doing really well on another game, doing great, and Alkali's been amazing as our influence manager, but we actually got some really interesting, good news in my opinion, about the Hearthstone team, where they have basically voted yes to unionize and what that could mean for everything going forward, and also just signs of growth. There's more job openings and just good things all around. So if you're worrying about Hearthstone dying, it looks like things are going pretty well. So we'll talk about that, some of the details or some insights from some people on the Blizzard team as well. Of course, other good news, we still have our giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders and 3 mega bundles for that upcoming expansion. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, we'll actually, as always, push it to whenever the rewards track thing comes, because we do a rewards track giveaway. But regardless, I'll add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go broke, because yeah, Monday is the final day of card reveals. We have Warlock left, and we still got to know, what is Rafam going to do? But yeah, this article posted, I will link this down below. I think there's a couple out there about this, with big week for unions at Blizzard as Hearthstone team also votes yes. Microsoft's neutrality agreement with CWA expired this week. So we'll kind of go over at least the beginning of the article kind of all means. So it says Blizzard Entertainment's Team 5, responsible for the development of Hearthstone, is unionizing. A group of around 100 workers voted yes to representation with the Communications Workers of America under the CWA Local 9510. And as a Canadian, definitely know what that means. It's the 3rd union to go public at Blizzard this week, following 2 new units composed of Blizzard Entertainment's Battle.net workers. So maybe you'll get some better QA or customer support. I don't know. Regardless, the Hearthstone Union includes people from many different roles across the game's development, including their artists, gameplay designers, and quality assurance testers. And I feel like QA is like the biggest deal. They've laid off a lot of QA over like the last couple years, especially with the Microsoft acquisition. There's a bunch of QA people like I was pretty friendly with on Twitter and stuff, and they're just, yeah, they all like got laid off or moved on. It was really sad to see it happen. Microsoft has recognized the union after workers voted earlier this week. Microsoft and CWA's neutrality agreement, which was signed in 2020 or 2022 ahead of Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. And if you've seen what they've been doing with Xbox lately, and the whole Game Pass and price increases, they're increasing prices on consoles. It's scary to be kind of a part of this Microsoft gaming umbrella lately, and prevented the company from interfering in union efforts. Expired on Monday. Several unions formed under Activision Blizzard before the neutrality agreement was signed, but they faced what workers called union busting attempts to shut down union efforts. Since the signing, workers have voted to unionize across the company. There are at least 7 separate union groups at Blizzard Entertainment alone. I believe Overwatch and World of Warcraft are now unionized, and things have improved quite a bit with both of those games. So, I mean, Hearthstone has had some hardships, to say the least, lately. Maybe this would be something that would help out, right? So, they go on to say Hearthstone workers made a big push to unionize their own department about 3 months ago. Senior 2D artist Yuria Voth told Aftermath the deadline for the neutrality agreement's expiration was a big motivator to get the union finalized. So we have some quotes here. We'll go just a little bit more over like what this staff is saying here. So one important moment was learning about the neutrality agreement and its deadline, and seeing the union busting that is and has happened at other very large companies. Senior game designer Dominic Calso said, being owned now by Microsoft has always been a looming question of, will things change? How will things change? How should we be prepared or react to those changes? Knowing there is a date where this powerful option of forming a union may become significantly more difficult was a wake-up call to me that, all right, we should start moving now. And Carol Bleen, a Hearthstone test analyst, told Aftermath that the agreement allowed the Hearthstone workers to openly talk about the union. You usually have to be very hushed about it, usually have to be very secretive, she said. Fear hasn't been looming as much because we've been very open about it, very supported, and everyone has been very respectful. We all share common struggles, so it's easy to keep supporting each other, not just in the product that we create, but in our own choices. So it's really good to hear that they've come together, got this done. I know it could be like really intimidating. It can be really difficult to like get everyone together, get everyone to kind of, it's a collective effort. If not everyone gets on board, because you gotta have to, fight the man or whatever to get this going, to rally the troops, get that to happen. And that's really good. Let's read this last paragraph here. With workers don't know how things will change for unionizing at Microsoft Game Studios now that the neutrality agreement has expired. The unions that exist now, including Team 5s, are past the major hurdle of an election and recognition from the company, but neutrality agreements typically don't extend to the next steps of the union effort, which I guess they still have to negotiate for a contract. Now the Hearthstone's union organizing committee will poll the group to determine what the most important issues are for staff to guide them in bargaining a contract. So far, just 2 of the many unions under Microsoft and Activision Blizzard have completed negotiations. Raven Software and ZeniMax QA workers both were negotiations for years. So it looks like, it's going to still be a bit of a long haul, but the major hurdles of getting the union recognized are there. They just have to, negotiate with Microsoft, Activision Blizzard, all of that. But it's really nice to see. And it says Voss said that layoff protections are something that motivated him to get involved in the union. He's been at Blizzard Entertainment for 2.5 years and experienced 3 rounds of layoffs that impacted Hearthstone team members. It was just this every 6-month cadence of experiencing this traumatic event. He said, I looked into the union stuff and I know we can't fully stop layoffs from happening, but just feeling that we need to have some say in these massive decisions that are affecting all of this. So that's really good to see. I won't go over the entire article because I don't want to steal all their content, but again, I will link this down below. Very insightful, very good to see. And it gives me more hope for the future of the game. We keep hearing, this Hearthstone dying, or is there things to be worried about? But overall, I think it's pretty clear Hearthstone's doing pretty well. They're selling a lot of pets, it seems like. I'm running into that all the time. And the Reddit, I saw there was a Reddit thread on all this that was pretty positive, where, well, the top, of course, is negative. The situation must have been bad. It was probably, it's Microsoft Blizzard. Come on, really. But WoW teams have been unionized for a bit. I think good for them. There's a lot of positivity, awesome, congrats, all that good stuff. But basically they're able to protect themselves a bit better when all this stuff happens. And maybe, Blizzard actually has to negotiate with the union if they want to lay people off or fire or whatever. They actually have to they have some protection. It can't just blindly happen. So it's really good. A lot of positive words here, right? So that's really nice. I even noted that Ben Hearthstone linked another article. We won't go over that one, but I'll link this down below as well, going over a lot of what we just talked about. But this quote of the Hearthstone team's organizing effort is proof that creativity and collective power can go hand in hand, said CWA Local 9510 President Jason Justice. What a name. These are some of the most talented developers and artists in the industry, and their decision to form a union sends a clear message that building great games starts with respecting those who are behind them. And absolutely, I completely concur. And it just so happens as well, was posted this week, there's 10 new positions on the Hearthstone team: principal game designer, principal producer, a 3D artist, game producer for art. They have summer internships, all sorts of different stuff. So they're doing quite well. Unfortunately, I have a feeling the whole Dark Moon Fair pets thing is a part of why they're doing so well. I keep kind of alluding to it, we're seeing more free stuff in the game. They're able to hire more people, is that thing seems to be bringing in a lot more money and making things a little bit more comfortable. And it's very interesting to see if, I just wonder if there's direct correlation between the gambling crap on cosmetics and the increase, and even cinematics coming back, right? We've seen increased production, more free stuff. They're hiring even more people. They're attempting to unionize. There's a lot of good things going on. I just don't like the Gamba, but it's like, is it going to be like the necessary evil to fund this? I hope not, but regardless, yeah, I thought I'd give you guys some actual good news regarding the game, its possible future, and the people. Again, the people that are behind this game, right? I think they deserve all the love in the world, all the respect in the world, and even if we don't love some of the things that they make sometimes, or we wish things would be better, in fact, we're all here watching content about Hearthstone and playing it, and cards tells a lot that there's still a ton of people that love the game, love to talk about it, or love to hate on it, like this guy can quite a lot, you know, so really cool stuff to see. Anyways, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.